What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Been a little bit since I put up another video. Still got to post up the last video for the Welcome to the Track Shack series. Kind of dropped the ball this weekend. Yeah, so that video, the final video of the Welcome to the Track Shack series, will be up next Saturday. But anyway, I'm coming at you with an extra video because I got something in the mail today that not very many people have. So far, the only video I can find of it on YouTube is from Double Down Debo. I will put a link to it in the description below. But anyway, Derek, me, and Owen Rogers, all three of us jumped on the bandwagon and ordered this new truck. And from what we can figure out, we got the pre-orders, and this thing is freaking cool. It's a brand new 124 scale crawler for under $100. I have already unboxed it. Everybody has seen plenty of unboxings. You get the same stuff: controller, instruction manual, little tool set, battery charger, the whole 9 yards. The controller for this one, though, is pretty sweet. It's pretty awesome. It even has a built-in thumb thing on the steering wheel. And this little crawler is from WLToys. It doesn't say anything on the box, WLToys, other than on the plastic little cover sheet that goes over with the barcode on it. It says WLToys. I did just have that here somewhere, and I misplaced it, but it has WLToys with a little number, because that's just what they do with their trucks. They just label them with a number. So let's take a look. This thing is so cool. I've already crawled with it, put some different wheels and tires on it. It's got some weight to it now. So let's take a look. All right, guys, here it is. Don't mind the bench. It's a mess. I'm working on a bunch of shit. Working on a special 6x6 for anything $3.99. I got all kinds of stuff going on. But here it is. This thing is so cool. So these tires are the 57 millimeter Swamp Kings from Little Guy Racing with the Mofo DDP Islander kit wheels. And yeah, to get these things on this truck uses a slightly bigger wheel nut than the SCX 24s. It uses the same wheel nut size as the FMS and the Enduro 24, the RGT 24, the Panda Hobbies runs this nut. It's a 5 millimeter hex socket. So yeah, and with the Islander kit, it shoves that wheel nut way down in there. So you have to really do some modification to a socket to get it to fit. So I took this on my drill to my belt sander to get this thing all sanded down nice and skinny like to get down in there. So yeah, but here it is in its awesomeness. Right away out of the box, before we get any further, I'm going to say that the electronics are not great. This thing has decent, what do you call it? Throttle control or whatever out on the trail. It does, conversing with Debo and running it myself, there is a slight area in the trigger where you can get absolute awesome slow crawl. but it's very hard to achieve. It is better modularization than an Enduro or an RGT, but it does need some improvement. We did find out running a lower C rating does help, and then I went and did the opposite and ran a higher C rating. I ran a 75 C rating in this, and that seemed to help as well. And getting in here and tearing apart these diffs, which look kind of similar to the axials, you can definitely notice a difference in some of the hardware on here. Everything gets screwed in from the front like the axials. Slight different geometry and layout on some stuff. And the funny thing is, they actually have a servo mount in the back. So Owen Rogers and Debo have already decided that they're probably going to mount a winch back here. I think that would be super sweet, but it's just weird how they put a servo mount in the back. I don't know if they're going to end up coming up with a rear steer kit for it or what. But yeah, this thing is completely decked out for the low price of $90. Got this for $90 out the door, shipped to my freaking door. And as you can tell, it is loaded with lights. These are not lights, they're just little lenses. But there are 3 more open plugs, I'm assuming for lights, in the ESC. Yeah, totally freaking cool. These are adjustable. You can turn them every way imaginable. So if you want to like angle them outward to give you a little bit more wider view, this thing is brighter than shit. The headlights are bright. You can tilt these ones on the hood up or down. It's just so sweet. Let me turn the truck on here. We'll get over this innards in a little bit. Look at how bright those freaking lights are. Isn't that freaking crazy? Look at that shit. So freaking cool, guys. So cool. I'm trying not to blind the camera, but isn't that badass? You got turn signals, just the ones in the fenders blink. And then you got your, I don't know if it has brake lights. Nope, it does not have brake lights. But turn signals. A lot of people don't like turn signals. So this is the wheel and tire that comes stock on the truck. Pretty stiff. I feel they are vented. They're glued. They're not bead locks. They're pretty stiff. They did all right outside on my trail course that I have outside. Not so much on my indoor course. So yeah, but they're halfway decent. I feel they're a little bit better than stock axial tire. Just still not the best. So I went and put these guys on there, and this has a weird setup coming down in here. It almost looks like a monster truck chassis. It is pretty bouncy. Putting some more weight down low on the axles did help that a little bit, it seemed. But yeah, so it's definitely a different setup. I know there's been this layout on a 24. I just don't remember the name of it or who made it. But this layout has been used before. I do know that much. But it's pretty unique in my mind. It's got a 130 motor in it. So like the FMS's. And it looks like there's plenty of room in there to maybe put a 180 motor in there, or yeah, but this is a 130. Probably definitely put a 180 in there easily. Yeah, this is the little battery pack. It's a 30C 350 milliamp little stubby fat dude with an extremely long battery wire. Look at that thing. That's because I don't know why they decided to do this, but the battery tray is way up here and the ESC is way back here. But yeah, and there is your little light module up here. Got headlights going up in there, got your blinkers. Yeah, it's just super cool, super cool. There's a better look at it. Yep. So awesome. What else should I tell you? Oh, I do recommend, I think I just said that, get in here, tear these diffs apart. They're completely dry. There's no grease, no oil, no nothing. Get in there, put some grease in there, and that actually improved the slow crawl a little bit too. I know that because Debo, I was talking to Debo, he got his a few days earlier, and he told me to do that as well. So definitely got to get in here and put some grease in the diffs. Kind of a unique link setup. Everything is located and mounted in the same plane on the skid. It's got a different type of Y-link going back, and it actually mounts, if you can see that. Hey, look, it's my stylist. It mounts extremely different from the axials. Yeah, and then you got your lower links here, all plastic, plastic drive shafts, metal gears in the diff though. Yeah, at least I think. Shit, now I can't remember. I can't remember if they're metal or plastic. Let me tear this apart and we will see. Okay guys, so yeah, I forgot about this part. This is really cool. This is why they put the servo back here, because all they did, instead of creating two different axles, they created one axle that has interchangeable exterior hubs. So this comes off, this is on the rear axle, and look at dog bone. So then you just buy the knuckle, the plastic knuckle, because this already has the C-cup in there. So you literally only need to buy the knuckle to put on here. Does have bushings. So this slides over top, just like this. Make sure you line that C-cup. And now you have a straight rear axle. And then there is the front. You can literally, oh, my lighting, there we go. Nope, focus on the axle. Yeah, it's just swapping out the hub hardware on the axles. Totally freaking cool. That's just cool. So I might be looking into that, making this a rear steer. That is gonna be sweet. But yeah, so I did get halfway into I really don't feel like tearing all this apart again. I know I'm like halfway there. All right, I'll continue. Be right back, guys. All right, guys, so here we are. Got it all out. Took all the hardware out of it. They are Phillips screws, which kind of sucks, but whatever. So you take this screw out here, focus. You take this screw out here, right there, and that loosens up this outer collar. I'm trying to remember what axle is similar to this. A lot of 10 scale stuff is similar to this, but there is your dog bone, and your seat cup is way down in there. Dog bone. Take both of these out, and then the top. Oop! I just dropped something. Oh, the dog bone came out, and then bam. So they are brass gears. I did put some oil on there because I lost my grease, but I recommend putting some grease in there. Just some all-purpose, fairly lightweight grease. Yeah, that's what I do. I do that with my axials too. I'll put some grease in them. If I don't do that, then I use the beard trimmer oil. You know how you get that little jar of freaking oil with your beard trimmers, or hair trimmers or whatever. That's generally what I do. So you can see I put some oil in there too. These are all bushings. So yeah, and I don't know of any bearings that are this small. So okay, sorry kids. So yeah, I don't know of any bearings that are this small. There might be some transmission bearings for an axial that are that small. Again, I literally just got this today. I wanted to get this video out. So yeah, strongly recommend getting in here, putting some grease or oil in there. So now I will get this put all back together, get it back in the truck, and we will bring it outside and play around with it. Be right back. Okay guys, one more thing before we go out and drive this thing around. I want to show you guys. So this, everybody knows, the RGT Enduro 24 freaking tire. That is the same hex size as this. That looks kind of goofy. So yes, the same exact hex size as an axial SCX 24. Wow, that got in there kind of tight. So you can use all your SCX 24 wheels and tires on this. These stock rims are glued into the truck, or into the tire. They do look like they're a little smaller than a 1-inch rim, but yeah. So here is a stock Gladiator tire that will fit on there as well, way down inside the wheel well. And here is a stock C10 tire that will fit on as well, just like that. Perfect. And then my personal favorite, so these hexes are a little, they're actually clear. Come on, frickin' phone. They're actually clear. They're a lot like the Panda Hobby hexes. They're just a whitish, clearish plastic. Yeah. And then now the big monster. Freaking cool. Bam. So yeah, I know I'm missing a screw. I dropped it on the floor, couldn't find it. Anyway, I will get this wrapped up and we will get to freaking driving. Be right back. All right guys, here we are outside and there is your JLU from Axial next to it. Heck yeah guys, look at that shit. They are almost identical in length, only like minute differences. Yeah, there you go. WLToys Axial SCX24. Too cool. Too cool. That is what they look like next to each other. I almost am willing to bet you could swap these bodies on these chassis. Heck yeah. So let's get this thing turned on and get to it. All right guys, here we go. Blinkers. Pretty quiet. Nice wheel speed, look at that. Awesome. Don't know if we're gonna make it up this, but we shall try. Nope. So fun, guys. I might add, each tire on this rig now with the mofo setup weighs 65 grams. And look at that tire, look at that. 65 grams a piece per corner. Stock servo. Pretty freaking cool. I think this is a perfect trail rig. As far as crawling goes, could use some improvement. But out of the box stock with just adding some wheels and tires, this thing is freaking sweet. I am in love with it. For $90, guys, $90. It does have two power settings. Basically, it's just like the V1 axials where you have, and you can tell the difference. So right now I'm in low, and then the lights actually get brighter too when I'm in high. So cool. Oops. It's so fun, guys. So much fun. Oh. WLToys 124th, and keep an eye out. I've heard rumors of a 10th scale coming that's even more badass. See, right now it doesn't have quite the power to go in reverse, but super cool. And I am filming this using the phone holder that comes stock on the remote. So that's even cooler, true. This is probably going to end up being a really long video. Thing scoots. I was watching the camera, not the truck. Oh, wipe out. Oh! Heck yeah, guys. Check them out. Check them out. So cool. Oh. Oh, that wasn't even on camera. Ha. Super cool. Super cool. All right, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.